And this is a follow-up video here on this most recent red in color Troy Bilt that I got, 21-inch push mower with the 675 series Briggs & Stratton engine on it. And we're going to put a rope into the starter. When I first showed this Troy Bilt, the rope had been torn out of the starter. Hopefully the starter is good, and at least he kept the rope and the handle. We're going to put new rope in here today. And it also was missing the engine control cable, which I have already replaced from a part that I had saved. So now we should be able to at least hold this cable down and be able to start this now. It looks like it's in really good condition. Probably going to have to sharpen this blade. So first we're going to start by taking this cover off, this decorative cover, these two screws here, and then we can loosen the gas tank off and pull that blower cover off and check see if that starter spring is not damaged. And we're going to put new rope in there. The decorative cover is now off, and we're going to blow all the trash off this. I've got to take these bolts out here 5/16 to get the gas tank off. There's a 3/8 inch bolt under here as well. That one. And pull the gas tank back so we can get to the recoil cover. And just looking at the linkage here, the carburetor choke is not frozen here on the governor fan. And the throttle's not frozen. So it looks like the carburetor may be okay. So let's get this gas tank off. And we've got the gas tank out of the way and secured. And now we just need to remove these two bolts for the cover up front here, and there are two bolts in the bottom here as well. These are 3/8 inch. We also need to move this oil dipstick out of the way as well, and then this cover will come off. It's a 5/16 inch bolt for the dipstick. Let's get all these loose first. And you need to make sure you organize your bolts when they come out. These front cover bolts are longer than the back ones. Just make sure you don't get those mixed up. And this cover is ready to come off now. I'm going to put this dipstick back in to the engine there while we're working on this replacement. So we're going to stick this back in as soon as it comes out. Go. Wow, a lot of dirt on this. And now this is our recoil. Maybe to check really quick here if that spring is still good. You can see the end of the rope is still in there. And the spring is good in here. And wind this up counterclockwise and feel the spring tension. So now we just need to wind this up and then secure this recoil inside and feed a new rope in here. And you can also see these dog legs are extracting out, which catch the starter cup on the engine. And those dog leg pieces catch inside the starter cup here. And that is our broken piece of rope that was still remaining in there. And we need to wind this up where this hole where the rope comes in within the recoil here will line up with the cover on the outside. So I got the recoil turned counterclockwise. You don't want to make this too tight, but just tight enough. You don't want to break that spring. And I got it lined up. There is the rope hole here and the rope hole out here. Now we're going to start feeding some line in here. And there we go. Got the line fed in here. And we're going to tie a knot in here. And I'm going to leave this on the spool for now because I'm not sure how much rope I'll need until I get it on the handle of the lawnmower. And just using a lighter, I just melted the end of this rope here so it won't come apart. Now we can put this in here and slowly recoil it. And now we're just going to slowly recoil this rope in here so we can make the rope tight. And we now have the rope in the recoil, and we're ready to put this cover back on the lawnmower. And when you're unsure of the condition of the lawnmower here, we're going to check the flywheel key here. Got the compressor on, 100 psi. Got my air gun here. It's a 5/16 inch socket. And let's see if we can get this off. Alright, that loosened it up. And we got this starter cup off. And there is the key. It looks like the key's actually okay. It's in the groove it should be in. So I'm not going to change the key. We're just going to put this right back on. And now we have the cover back on, and I've got the new rope fed through the rope hook here. And now we want to put the handle on and get this size correctly here. And I fed the rope through the handle, through the end here. Now we're just tying a knot so we can get it secure. And we got the cover back on, the gas tank. We got the rope in, and we got the rope handle tied to the rope hook where it stands like this. And I'm going to give this a start in the driveway here because I can't get these height adjustments to raise up. Plus this blade is really dull and I don't want it to cut any of this grass. So let's give it a handle tied back. Let's see if it'll do anything here. Here we go. Look at that. The handle came undone. Let me restart this. There we go, it's got it started back up. That's Troy Bilt alive. Doesn't sound bad. I'll clean this up, put that decorative cover back on, sharpen the blade, and do a follow-up video.